What's up, everybody? It's the Sustainability Report, and this is episode 2. Now, I have to go back to last week at the Footwear Innovation Summit, which is why I started the Sustainability Report, because I was completely unprepared, didn't understand the depth of what goes into the process of becoming a sustainable company. And I was like, hey, if I don't know as much as I should know, then you guys probably don't know as much as you should know, because the sneaker community tends to focus on the money and the flipping and the resale and the collecting aspect of things. And we don't look at how the amount of shoes that we tend to hoard, and yeah, I use the word hoard, can actually hurt the environment, man, when you start really thinking about it. And it sucks because we love sneakers. So what I'm doing with this episode is I'm talking about a company that is, first, I have to apologize to everybody on the panel, the e-commerce panel that was at the Footwear Innovation Summit, and that's who was it? Joe Rubio, who owns Running Warehouse, Susan Olivier, who's the vice president of business consulting. She does business consulting and the vice president at Dassault, and Emma Lee. And those are the 4 people that I was on the panel with in Los Angeles. And the question came up about the sharing economy. And I said the sharing economy will never work because people don't want to buy other people's damaged kicks. And in my haste to make a point, and I always apologize when I'm wrong, in my haste to make a point, I was dead wrong. I didn't even think about the fact that I ran an entire business based on very nearly dead stock, or nearly dead stock footwear that I sold on eBay. I used to clean and take entire collections and sell it on eBay like 12 years ago. So I know that people will buy used shoes. Why I didn't think about that during the conference just completely just slipped my mind. And I definitely apologize. The sharing economy already exists, and the sneaker community actually, I take that back, the sneaker community didn't start it. And I know I haven't said a word about Resku yet, and I'm getting to Resku. You see the picture over here to the side, look good, do good, score a deal. Actually, it was poor kids like me that started it, because our family members would do hand-me-downs. So anybody that grew up in a big family and didn't have a lot of money, you were the first people to basically take on the challenge of being sustainable, because every kid wore something, every kid wore shoes from another kid when you didn't have a lot of money. So that was the first time we had sustainability and the sharing economy in footwear, right? But I know for a fact that the sneaker economy, or the sneaker culture, generated the first sharing community based on nearly dead stock, very nearly dead stock. And then you had those dudes that would put very nearly dead stock. Used shoes have always circulated in the sneaker community. That's just the way it's been. Why I didn't think about that at the time, who knows? But what really forced me to think about it was when I got back and I was online and I kept seeing these ads pop up on Facebook and on some social media platforms. And I was like, what in the world is Resku? And I was like, and why would it be called Resku? And then I saw SKU, Resku. And it's a double entendre, right? Resku, rescuing older footwear, re-skewing older footwear. So what you have is this website, and they've been approved by Nike to sell authentic refurbished Nikes up to 50% off. So when you begin to shop and look around at Resku, we have a component of the sharing economy that's basically become a third-party website to take used or slightly used footwear. And it's a really phenomenal platform when you think about it. Now, I don't know the sales, and I'm not sure of the sales. Maybe somebody else will come in behind me and do an article and talk to Resku and get more details. But what I wanted to do is look at the pricing on the site. And you see a Nike Tanjun Racer at $28, and the shoes, this is the cool thing. I'm going to go back to the home page because they have these testimonials on the front, right? And people are like, I'm a huge fan of Resku. Dope shoes, awesome customer service, and it makes me feel good to buy their reused products. Now, why is this important? We go all the way back to the beginning of the discussion, sustainability. In our house, we probably have over 300 pair of shoes as a family. It's only 4 of us. That doesn't even make sense. I may be a little bit off on those numbers, but no, we don't have 300. I apologize. We don't have 300. We have over 100, though. I'm pretty positive about that. And that's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. No one should have that many shoes. We celebrate it, but think about this. All of those shoes add to the footprint, of the ecology. And as they break down, if they ever break down, a lot of them are made of TPU and leathers and things that are going to it's going to take a long time for it to break down, man. We're adding to the landfills by owning all of this footwear. Now, the only good thing is we do take really great care of our shoes when we tend to have a lot of them. But when you really want to be honest about it, you only need 3 pairs of shoes: a pair of dress shoes, a pair of workout shoes, and a pair of shoes to kick it in. Having multiple pair is kind of overkill, but I make my living selling. I'm talking about sustainability, and you look behind me and there's 40, 30 boxes back here. Right? They keep going. It's a little bit hypocritical for me to say it, but the least I can do is to talk about it. And what I hope is that by introducing you to Resku or Resku, just a great name when you start thinking about it, you'll say to yourself, man, maybe I don't need to go out and buy a new pair of shoes. Maybe I can buy someone else's repurposed footwear, and I can help out the environment as well. It's a good thing, especially if those shoes aren't damaged. Let's say something has a little bitty stain on it, and you're able to clean it. It's no longer new, so you don't have to sell it new, but these are all certified, authentic shoes and approved by Nike to be sold. You got a pair of Air Jordan 6 Retro, cosmetically flawed, discoloration on the midsole, minimal to no signs of wear, but slightly imperfect. Aftermarket laces, right? And the actual pictures of the shoes. You can't beat that, man. Never over retail, free shipping, free returns, Nike authorized. Now, the question becomes, if they've partnered up with Nike, and this is a sneakerhead to boss moment, somebody should be partnering up with Adidas. Somebody should be partnering up with New Balance. There's a whole world of opportunity here in the Resku setup. Resku seems to only be focused on working with Nike. Now, I know they're like, dude, why'd you say that? Well, maybe Resku is going to get started on that. If not, somebody should, man. There's more brands out there, and this is just a fantastic platform. And 95 bucks for a pair of black cats, you can't knock that, man. That's pretty nice. So that is it. I'm going to cut this one short, and I know I rambled a little bit, but I hope you get what I'm saying about, it's hard for me to say, control your spending and don't buy as much when that's the way I make my living. But I really was kind of touched by the whole idea of sustainability, and I think that at least talking about it is the least that I could do. I've already decided I was getting ready to do an interview with Swatchbook, and I brought all of these different shoes out, all of my shoes that I was making or have been making, so I could show how much waste goes into the process of creating shoes. Right? All of these are my shoes. These are shoes. These are one-offs, samples, right? I can keep going. I'm going to get into this next week when we talk to Swatchbook. But, I mean, really, when I say I can keep going, I can keep grabbing shoes. There's nothing I can do with these. These shoes are a waste. When we get back next week and we go into Swatchbook, you'll understand what I'm talking about. That's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Oh, visit Resku. It's down here in the description. This is not an ad. I get to put links in here. I'm just doing this because I think it's dope. Visit the Resku website if you're looking for a pair of kicks. Now, I should be saying come to my website if you're looking for a pair of kicks, but that's not what this is about. Peace, y'all.